Here's your Alexandra, and welcome to my next painting tutorial. This time we will paint a termagant from the Tyranids. As you can see, I have built him already, glued him together, and sticked him on a cork with some sticky tack, and now I'm going to prime him. I will prime him with a colored spray primer from the Army Painter, and I will take uniform gray for this. Be right back when he is primed. So the termagant is primed, and what I will do now is paint in our first prime color, and this is the Citadel Foundation color Orchid shade. And as you can see, I'm applying this quite sloppy. Don't worry about other details you might cover. I think you will probably paint up to maybe 100 of those, plus also 100 of Termangants and gargoyles and all the kind of stuff. And so you're depending on a fast and effective paint job and not a golden demon winning paint job. And for that instance, well, I show you here a quick and easy way. So just paint in the whole termagant in Orchid shade, and well, as usual, I'm back when he is completely green. Okay, so does it look after the green is applied. And what I will do now is take a well, old brush, but soft it had to be, and then I will slightly wet brush the termagant with a 50-50 mix out of Dark Angel's green and Snot green. So wet brushing is basically, well, you put on color on your brush, but don't wipe it so extremely off like for dry brushing. There's still a good amount on there, and then slightly going over it. So it's like dry brushing, so that you hit only the top parts, like here at the head, for example, and the weapon, but it gets a more soft tone to it than with dry brushing. It's not a well, with dry brushing, with extreme dry brushed surfaces, you mostly get a powdery look and kind of dirty feel to it. But this time we want to fast highlight this miniature, and for that this wet brushing is good. Well, basically you need some experience in this, so most of the time for beginners this might be a lot of big mess, but over time you get a hand on it. So, and I think, yeah, that's quite okay. And now we will highlight even more with now pure Snot green. So, and now we will almost really dry brush, so get rid of more of the paint on the brush before start hitting the surface. Yeah, I guess that looks okay. I think one step I will go still ahead and brighten it up a little bit more, and for that I will take a little bit of golden yellow into the mixture, well, into the Snot green, basically turning this color almost into scorpion green. Also wiping off good amount of this color from your brush, and then go on again. So the front part here at the tail, like that. Okay, I think that's enough. So the surface here needs to be completely dry now for the next step, so leave it to dry. But when you're painting a whole bunch of them, well, after you have painted the 50th of that, maybe the first one is already dry. So I'll be right back when he's totally dry. Okay, there I'm back, and the next step will be to paint all the carapace parts in Caltham brown. So, well, I said he need to be totally dry for the next step. Well, I thought I will hit him with a wash, but I decided otherwise to paint the brown in first and then hit him with a wash. But anyways, that's okay. So just paint in the brown on all the carapace parts and also the claws, teeth and hoofs of him. Well, be right back. The brown parts are done, and now it's time to hit the model with Devlin Mud Wash. That gives the whole miniature a nice shadow, and we can work upwards from that. So just slop on the wash with a big brush. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. And then you might notice on the areas here, the big areas, there's quite a lot of wash now, and we don't want that there. We just want our wash to be in the cracks and crevices, in the recesses and all that stuff. So to get rid of that, just simply wash out your brush, clean it off, and then you go over the surface and voila, you see that surface is clean. You can do that while the wash is still wet. So just simply go over the main areas that you want to have cleaned off from the wash, well, and basically clean them. And that way you don't get a super messy job at the main surfaces. See? So I will let this Termangant completely dry now, and for you I'll be back in a second. Okay, tubies, let's go on with the paint job. I know I have forgotten last step here to paint the carapace on the legs, but well, this is fixed now. So I will start to highlight now the bone parts, and for that I use vomit brown, and I paint well, very roughly the vomit brown on, so that there's still a line of the Caltham brown. Only this panel here I will paint in almost completely, only here in the corner a little bit of the Caltham brown left. So, and also here on the head carapace. So, like that. Make it rough, so that it is, looks like it is, well, natural. I will finish this now at the all the bone parts here and be right back. Okay, Chewies, the vomit brown is now painted on, and now it's time for the final highlight on the carapace, and for that I use bleached bone. And basically I use the same technique, just make rough strokes, and ta-da, you have a nice looking carapace highlight. So, the only things left to do is, well, of course, painting all the carapaces in this manner, is painting the eyes, and for that I just simply use a dot of blood red. So, just paint it in, blim, like that. And boom, like that on the other side. Okay. After that, well, we have to make the base, and for that I simply cover the base with white glue, throw it through some sand, then give it a wash with Devlin mud, and give it, after this is dry, then a dry brush with bleached bone, painting the base corner in black, and the whole termagant is finished. So, I'll do this then, and I'll show you the end result in a second. So Chewies, here he is in his full glory. I know this paint job is not one of my best ones, and, well, as I said at the beginning of the video, this isn't even remotely to be a standard vitrine paint job. This is for an horde army paint job, and I think on a far distance this looks quite stunning and and, well, I guess this is the fleet from the Tyranids, the fleet Leviathan, that were sent from the Imperium to the Orc Empire, and I guess that's how they look after they have eaten lots and lots of orcs. So, I hope you liked this little tutorial, and I hope all the Tyranid players out there are now pleased. And of course, you can exchange the colors here. If you want, for example, the Fleet Kraken, you can take the same tutorial here with just some red tones. Use Macroid red and blood red and some blazing orange maybe as highlight colors, and then dull it down with Devlin mud, or you could use some purples or blues or whatever you like. Just exchange the colors and you have your own color scheme. Well, this is it for now, and we see us in the next video. Your Alexandra.